Well, I think everything has finally calmed down now. I don't know what was going on, but everything just exploded and pallets were having a bit of a nervous twitch. Literally before hitting record, everything just exploded. But it seems to be okay now, so... Hello everybody, welcome back to Alma, Missouri. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to just make the change. The storage shed literally exploded. And, yeah, it's gonna have to go. And then if we see an update come through, we could look at putting it back, but I need a storage, which is what's going to hold everything. So we are going to get rid of this one for now. We're still going to sort of keep the mod installed, and we'll just sort of wait. But an update could be a couple of days, a couple of months. I just really don't know. So we're going to say goodbye to that for now, and we're going to have a look and see if we can find something else. Now we're going to see if something else is going to fit in here. So let me have a look, see what I can find. Well, it does look a little bit different. But I do like these ones. And if anything, it holds more. It holds 750. It was 600. Was it 600 or 500 on the last one? And yeah, pretty much the same. Goes in the side here. Everything comes out the front here. And you stand on this corner here if you want to get stuff out. So it's enclosed, but you can still see them. Now, obviously, granted, not at the minute. They're all still exploded over there. But yeah, it's... Touch wood, this one's going to be okay because I use this one on my Clarkson Farm series that I do for my members. And it's okay. Nothing's happened, nothing goes wrong, it seems to work. So, let's go through, move everything back in here. And then we need to move on. First trailer load on board. So, if we just go and run it across here, you'll see that it'll all disappear straight in. Simple as that. As you can see, they're all in there, they're all visible at the back. It's quite nice little sheds. They work well. Just looks a little bit bigger. Oh my! This one did literally explode. They were all standing up. As you can see, yeah, not all of them stayed standing up. They just started jigging about, and before we know it, that's it. They just exploded everywhere. Oh, now they just look a mess. Okay, well let's just go through. I'm gonna get all these back in the shed. There we go. All done. Look at that. Beautiful. I like when you get close to these as well. It says no trespassing. It's so cool, isn't it? So as you can see, look, everything's fine. It's all indoors. It's not bursting out. 319 in there. And obviously that was bursting out the other one. Hold 750 in here. So we've still got plenty of room to go. I don't know if they double stack or maybe it only shows so many, but then just the rest are invisible. But yeah, that's pretty good. Like I said, it's just pretty simple. You just stand here and just go get whatever you want out. Get a pallet out and it'll just spawn right here. Pretty simple, isn't it, really? Pretty good. Put that back in there. There we go. So yeah, at least now it's looking a little bit better. So what are we doing today then? Well, we just need to sort a few little bits out first around the yard. The greenhouse is getting a bit low on the manure, so we're going to just sort of grab a trailer for now. We're going to go over and see what manure we've got from the cow pasture. We're going to fill up our tomatoes, because obviously that's going across to our tomato ketchup factory. Got to keep that going, because that's a good money maker. We've got over 600,000 pounds worth in that shed. That's just mental of ketchup. Who'd have thought ketchup is such a big hit? Now, I can't remember where the trigger is for this one. It's here somewhere. Oh, I was close. Just here. So there's a few thousand litres in here, which is not too bad. I think we've had some babies as well. Oh no, not on the cows. The cows are still the same. Chickens is the same. Sheep, that's where I've seen it. So yeah, we've got 100 more sheep as well. So plenty more wool. Got 20,000 litres in here. That's not too bad. So I think we'll just spin this around onto this one here. And we'll go put this in this little one here. We have got a manure buy point as well. So we can buy some more if need be. But this is the one which is making us the money. So we need to try and keep that going as much as we can. We've got some hay stacking up, but also we need to head over this way because we've got this thing here. The silage clamp is ready. Now we've still got 2 more grass fields to cut, which is that's just mental. There's so much grass. So what I'm thinking we could do is if we go and open this, we need to... Wow, what was in here again? 265,000 litres. Whew, that's a nice amount. So I think we need to just go and get some of this up. We have got a storage over there. So I think we need to try and maybe move some of this storage, because this is the only way that we can do the grass fields. If we're going to turn the grass fields into silage, this is the only way we can do it now. And we've got 2 more fields we need to cut before we get deep into winter that we won't be able to cut them anymore. So I think let's just go see if we can try and scoop some of this up. So we're going to put the pipe up here so it'll now find the back. And then literally we just need to, well, head over to this. And if we just go a bit side on so you can see, we'll zoom in a bit. You literally just have to turn it on, and you can drop it down if you want. You don't need to, because it will just pick up as it goes over. And it basically hoovers, shoots it in the trailer. It's so simple. You could do it with a bucket, but I guarantee this is a lot quicker than doing it with a bucket. And you just basically keep going as far as you want until really you reach the end, or your trailer's full. Then we'll just sort of come back a little bit, and we'll just do another little pass down this side. Now, these trailers do hold quite a lot, so we should be able to get a good amount of this in one go, if not nearly all of it actually. They're 250,000 litre trailers. So yeah, you just need to sort of take your time a little bit, just let it keep working its way through. Now, fingers crossed we'll get it all. It seems to be them bits at the end at the minute just don't seem to like it. Either we've got a dodgy bunker, which can happen sometimes, where it's sort of, it doesn't seem to recognise it's got anything at the back. It sort of seems to be doing that at the minute. But I'm not going to rule it out just yet. We'll see what happens. There we go. So that's now full. So we can turn that off. What we could do is just sort of put that back down again, and we'll just drop it on the floor for now. And then we're going to take this over, store it in the silo. And then, actually, you know what? I'm going to go and take some of this. I'm going to go straight over to the food mixer, because we need to get some silage in for the food mixer. That's run out completely. We've got some hay being made. I think it's got straw in, but if not, we have got plenty in storage. So let's just go and back this in here a little bit. So just remember as well, if you're doing stuff like this, make sure that you do have the trailer selected, because I was just having a bit of a panic then, thinking, oh, don't tell me this won't now take it from a trailer, that it has to be bales that go in. I didn't think it would be that, because the bales went in at the front, so it should have a trigger at the front. Yeah, it does, as you can see. It's quite clearly saying it now. I was on the tractor, so because I was controlling the unit at the front. So if you're on the tractor, it doesn't give you a tip trigger because you're not on the trailer. Swap it to the trailer. Works fine. Panic over. That's good. I was a little bit worried then, thinking, oh, I've messed up here. So we should be able to get pretty much most of this in. I don't think it'll take it all. I think it's only 150,000 litres it will hold. So we'll get one of these in here. The rest of it can go in storage. Yeah, that's pretty good, that is. So I think, are we just short of straw in there now? I know straw's going okay. We're not doing too bad for straw. Silage is full. Straw's not bad. Hey, that was the culprit. So everything all collected and emptied out of here now. 0 left in here. Got it in here. Little tool's been put back at the front there. So we've got 121,936 litres, and that's all going into storage around here. We'll just get this all in here nicely. A little bit of bumpy. Oh, remember to swap to the back again. So I'll have a quick look and see what we've actually got in this silo, because I've lost track of what's actually in here. Let that all go in. Should be a nice amount of everything in here, I think. Apart from hay. I think hay's the only thing we're going to be missing on. So we've got 2.7 million of straw, 246,000 of silage, 150 of TMR, and 125,000 of grass. So yeah, not bad. Now, I think we should be able to go... I think some hay's ready. So we'll just quickly go around and see. If we've got some hay, we'll get it out. And we can at least put it in and start making some TMR. But we're not... I'm going to worry actually too much about activating that yet. We've still got 150,000 litres in the silo there. So the cows are not going to go short. Let's just have a quick little look and see how much we've got in here. Oh, 83,000. That's not too bad, actually. That's pretty good. Still got a lot more grass in here, I believe. What have we got in here? Grass? Oh, yeah. 405,000. Yeah, we got plenty of grass in there. So let's go get this in here. We should be able to do it from here now. Now I know that the trigger's well out here. We'll put that in, and then that is ready to go. So we can activate that now when we want. I think we'll leave it off for now. Like I said, I've got 150,000 litres of TMR in the silo. We're good for now. So I've got myself a new plough because this field, which was the alfalfa, needs ploughing. Now I thought the corn would as well. I have gone and activated the ploughing and lime on here just to add a few more little things in here. So you can see the alfalfa needs liming and ploughing. That field, strangely, this one here needs rolling, which I really thought that would need ploughing. But as you can see, it's fine. Normally you plough after corn. Strange, okay. Well, this one here, the alfalfa needs liming. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm just going to back this up here. I'm going to drop this off here. I'm going to go get my spreader. We need to buy some lime. We're going to lime it first, then plough. Plough the lime in. That then should be ready to go with whatever we put in there. We don't need any lime on the cornfield, but I think I'm going to plough that as well because it would be nice. And I think that other field over there, what was grass, I think I'm going to plough that as well. Reset these ones so they're all ready to go because we still have got 2 big fields of grass. So I think we're going to be doing okay for grass for now. So if we just bring the spreader over here and we'll just unload them there. Oh, we still got a little bit more in here. There we go. So we'll just leave them there for now. And then what we need to do is I'll just put my little shop marker down here so we can go into the shop here and we'll go onto the bags. We'll zoom across now to big bags. Go for the bigger ones here. Lime, 8,000 litres. Now this holds, I'm going to go for 2. They will turn up right here in front of us because this thing holds 10,000 litres. So we'll fill it full first. I'm not sure how much lime we're going to get through. But these are nice bags, these are, because like I said, 8,000 litre bags. They are quite good. They're part of a greenhouse. A multi-fruit greenhouse pack. These bags come part of that as well. So yeah, it's quite nice to have. So we'll go lime the alfalfa, we'll plough it in, and then we'll plough the rest of the fields. And then we've got 2 grass fields. So what am I doing actually? Am I going to work or just cutting that? Because we're literally going to pick all that up. It's just going to go back into the clamp. We're going to compact it down again, clamp it over, put a blanket over, not clamp it over. Blanket over, and we're just going to let that ferment, turn into silage, and then we can just sort of sell some of this. So we might be able, because it's winter time, it's going to be a bit quiet over winter. There isn't really much that we can actually do. So we might be doing a lot of sleeping and a lot of fast forwarding and then just checking on things to make sure everything's ticking over nicely. So that's full. We'll close that off there. We'll just sort of leave this here for a second. We'll turn it off. We'll go grab the other tractor and mowers and we'll get a worker set up in the grass field. So we're set to widespreading. We'll just set a worker on here and let the worker go. There's no need to swath it or do anything fancy with this because we've got that trailer with the big arms now, but we're just going to scoop it all up loose. Going to go into the clamp. But yeah, widespreading. Grass is looking nice and long and beautiful. Look at this. Yeah, that's lovely to cut, that is. So potentially we're going to have nearly, well, we are probably going to have 500,000 litres from here. Because the last one we looked at said it was about 360, I think it was. And it turned out it was like almost another 100,000 more than it estimated. So yeah, that was quite shocking. So here, 488 it says. I think we're going to get well over that. We're going to get well over 500,000. And then we've got that field over there. So we'll, yeah, we'll let the worker crack on with this. And we'll get back to some liming. So the liming shouldn't take too long because, well, it's massive, as you can see. But it just depends how quick it's going to get through this. It will go through fairly quick, but I'm hoping not that quick. I'm hoping that maybe the 10,000 litres in here should be enough to at least get around this. We will find out. Let's just go straight and turn her off. Now, that's grass field. That's the corn. I think we're just going to plough them all up, really. Reset them all back, and we'll just sort of start fresh. Because I don't think we need grass in this one. We're just going to have so much grass. We've got silage in storage. We've got grass in storage. We're just Yeah, I think we're going to be doing okay. Oh dear, get out of there. So, obviously we've got a worker cutting the big field. We've got another field. I think we'll be able to cope. So we'll reset these to nothing. Bit of a bump here, bit of a bump. Don't roll the tractor. You definitely wouldn't hire me, would you, as a farmhand? Oh, no, if you watch me play this game. Although, at the end of the day, this is a game. Things don't get damaged in this game. Real life, yeah, I kind of wouldn't be driving like this in real life. We'll be a little bit more friendly on the equipment. So let me know in the comments then, what way do you do these things? Because sometimes I kind of cut the lime out. I don't normally do the lime, but I've got a mod that's, when you plant, apparently it tells the planter that it's rolling as well. And I want to see if that works or not. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. When you basically you seed it or you plant it, well, I've got one that does both. It's a mod that sort of says, yeah, you know what? It's rolling it at the same time. So I want to see if that does actually work or not. So then if that's the case, we are going to be pretty much bang on perfect for these fields. Apart from the mulching. Mulching is going to be the only thing, but I'm not sure what to do with that, whether to do that or not. It's like an extra 2%, so we're probably just going to be sort of 2% shy. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But I always like to sort of put the lime on. If I'm doing lime, I always like to put the lime on first like this before I either cultivate or plough, depending on what the game says. Obviously, the game wants me to plough this field. Now, the other fields don't need lime, so if it doesn't need it, it doesn't need it. But that wasn't too bad, actually. We've got 44% left, so we'll just go put the rest of the bag in here. And then we should be able to discharge it as just one bag, which we can save. So if we open that, put this all in here, because if I discharge this now, which is going to, I think, well, it's saying that I think it's going to do like that one there. It's not going to come back out as a 8,000 litre bag, which would be nice. It's going to come out as probably 8 1,000 litre bags. But we will find out in just a second. But we can tuck these away if need be. This is all going to fit in here, actually. I don't know how much was left of this bag, but it seems to be nearly full again. Uh-oh. What's left in that bag? 493 litres. Maybe then we should have got... Maybe I should have got another one of these spreaders and had one for lime and one for fertiliser. Does seem a bit of a waste of money, though, doesn't it, really? When, well, that's all them there. What are these bags now? Are these 1,000 each? Oh, 2,000 each. Lime must come in at 2,000, and so, yeah, that's not too bad. All right, well, we'll leave that there for now. We'll go and drop this there. We'll pick up the plough, and we'll get stuck in with that. I'm really keen as well to see if we go sleep, do our horses get ridden? Because we've got that horse helper. And in a minute, the helper's done nothing. The horses just still say, no fitness, not been ridden. Yeah, you see, fitness and daily riding, 0. So I'm assuming that's going to happen as we go past midnight. I thought it might happen like hourly, but no, it doesn't seem to be. So fingers crossed that helper is going to work. Otherwise, anybody want, we're going to be putting some horses on eBay. Anybody want some horses? Let's just back up. Now, this is not on crate field, so we should be able to just drop it here and just set to it. Now, I have unlocked the speed, so yes, it's going a little bit quicker than we probably should be. I do try and do a lot of things realistic, apart from maybe some of these things like the speed. It's only just because we've got a lot to try and get through, and not much time on a YouTube video. Now, we have got some whopper plows that we could put on. And we could have a laugh and rent one of them for the big cornfield, and maybe this grass field as well. I just think it'd be quite nice to sort of just reset all these. I don't really need to. I mean, this one's asking to be ploughed, so yes, we kind of need to for this one. The cornfield, I mean, as far as I was aware, like potatoes, sugar beet, corn, after harvest, it had to be ploughed. But it's not showing anything that needs to be ploughed, so yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. But yeah, we'll whiz through, we'll get this done. And I think, because the money's not too bad at the minute, and potentially we have got £600,000 worth of ketchup and at least £250,000 on the silage, I think we'll just go and rent a big whopper plough and we'll tackle the cornfield. Because that's going to look good. So let's get this done. Looking pretty good now, that is. This field is done, all ploughed. I really do think it's time to lease the big boy to give it a go on the cornfield. I could have used that on this one as well, but I thought, you know what, let's just do the normal plough on this one. This is actually my plough. I bought this one. So we'll just go put this over here. We'll go and drop it off there. Oh, don't fall over. And then we'll go and, well, we'll just go and put the shop little marker here. We'll go lease ourselves a big plough. I would say that's a big plough. Look at the difference in size to that one. Right, let's open this thing up. This thing is massive. Wowzers. Look at that. Now, we could buy one of these for once. I don't really see the need. Because if we're going to do any ploughing like in the future, we could just sort of set a worker on. But this is very heavy on the back. Really, we could do with a weight on the front. The front's very light on the steering, but yeah, I think we'll be okay with our normal plough, but this thing is just, this is ridiculous. Let's drop it down. Let's give it a go. Oh, look at that. Yes. Now, you can actually set a worker on with this. A worker will work with this plough. I mean, we can go like 30 miles an hour with this plough. This plough does take about 300 and something horses. Obviously, we're doing right on it. It's on a big, powerful tractor, so we've got like 485, is it, or 458? Which I'll be a bit careful because the steering is so light. But I'm trying to take the corners sort of without turning too much because I'm not sure, actually. If we run over into our neighbour's field, will it try and plough that as well, or will it only... I suppose it would do, wouldn't it? Because it won't know the difference between our field and someone else's field. Let's not give that a try. Let's just see if we can try and control this thing and stick with it on our own field. But yeah, this does save a bit of time, doesn't it, this? Definitely, if we were going to buy one of these, we would need to get a weight on the front. Let's make sure we go round all the edges. It just make it a little bit quicker, doesn't it, this? It's so cool, this is. Now, I did spend a little bit more money just to sort of get it in the John Deere colours. Didn't really need to, but I thought, well, why not? I do like this, actually. Do we keep it or not? I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, it would get through, obviously. It's doing exactly the same as the other one. We could keep this, or do we just lease it when we need it? Maybe I shouldn't have really bought the other plough. Maybe we should just lease this one as and when we need to do ploughing. Because you don't need to do it all the time. Oh, let's just back up a bit there. The steering went so light. Couldn't control it. There we go. We nearly made it round to the end. All in one go without any issues. That is a weapon. I like that. All right, well, I'm just going to go through and complete this then. Now we've done the edges. There we go then. Cornfield all done. Grass field done. Alfalfa field all done. Ploughed. They're all, limed. Everything's done now, so we should be just good to go. They're ready now for whenever we want to put anything in them. So there's nothing needed on here. That one's just completely empty. No fertilizer on that one. This, because this was an alfalfa and that was grass, still has 50% on there. Obviously, that has nothing, but that's not a problem, though. We can sort that out. Oh, we ran out of engine oil right here. What's the chance of that? Okay, well, it looks like I'm walking back to the farm then. We need to go get our little ATV and we need to bring some oil across and top that up. So I'll go sort that out. Well, it's all going on when you least expect it. I've just had a message pop up at the top of the screen saying Worker B, I think it was, is blocked by an object. Well, Worker B's down on the grass field and he's done the big grass field, what was our wheat field. I'm now just moving over to the other one. I'm like, what's he blocked by? So I just quickly sort of tab through to have a look and see what he's blocked by. Oh, he's not blocked. No, he's ran out of oil as well. What is going on? Everything's running out of oil at the same time. I want you to impale ourselves on that thing. We'll get in here. Now, we should be able to, I'm hoping, refill tractor. There we go. Perform an oil change. Please wait. Got to reset that. I'm hoping there's enough in there. If not, we're going to have to buy another one. How much it gets through, actually? Oh, it's only going down slow. That's not too bad then. That's pretty good. There we go. That is now reset. So we're fresh on oil over there. Now let's just go and whiz this across to the other field. Worker, I've got some oil for you. Gonna do an oil change in the field. Literally. Let's just go and back this up here. I don't know how close this needs to be, actually. That should be okay. Alright, can we jump into this thing? Refill tractor. There we go. We're doing an oil change on this as well. What are the chances of that? Really weird, that is. Alright, well, we'll just finish this off and then we'll get him back underway. Yep, the work's all done. That's pretty good going, that is. Yeah, it's going to be a nice amount here. So we will find out. Then this thing holds 500,000 litres. So we'll activate this. It's dropped down. 3, 2, 1. You blinked, didn't you? Yep, you blinked. Look, already done. So let's go get this over to the silo. Altogether, 821,000 litres from both fields. Now, granted, there's a few little bits that the workers missed, but overall, that's pretty good going. Now, I have got a little secret cut through here. It's a bit rough. I put this little bridge in here. It's just been lazy. Instead of going all the way around or trying to get through there. Because this thing's a little bit tricky to get into the bunker, because the arms open out when you tip, it was just easier to put all the grass in here for now. And then if I want to go basically make any silage, we just tip it in. You see, with the arms coming out like that, it's a bit tricky getting the bunker and try and get it tied up against the wall. So I'll swap out for a normal trailer if we want to put anything in. But because we've got a lot of silage, I think we're going to be okay for now. I really am tempted to just sort of run some of this silage we've got across the BGA, but I don't think it's a good time for silage at the BGA. Let's have a quick look and see. It's not too bad, actually, at the biogas plant. It's 533 per 1,000 litres. The livestock bale sell point is 537, but that's on its way down. And that's over the other end of the map. So I think maybe it might be worthwhile actually swapping the trailers out. So let's collect all that silage. We should fit all that in a trailer. Take it over to the BGA. Sell it, and then I wonder if it's worth trying. I don't think we'll have the money maybe on this go, but I wonder if it's worth trying to buy the BGA, because that's always a nice like money maker, because all the silage that we get, anything that we get, we can just sort of run it through the BGA. Any sort of spare manure, slurry, we can run the slurry through as well. Maybe not the manure because we're using that for the greenhouses, but I thought that might be a good idea actually. But I think the BGA is around 300,000, so I think we could be just still a bit off. We're 110 at the minute. I don't really want to completely rinse myself. It just depends how much 250,000 litres are going to get us. So we'll fill this up. We'll go over and we'll sell it and we'll see. I'm wondering as well. Sometimes though, if you tip and sell it at production and you buy it, what you just sold at that production sometimes stays in. I wonder. Does that mean we could end up then processing what we've just put in? I mean, the game allows you to do that. It's a bit cheaty, but the game does allow you... Well, I think. Might not, actually. We'll see. That's something that's been fixed. I'm sure it was something we used to be able to do. We have got a lot of straw as well, so we could sort of sell a lot of straw. God, there's a lot of stuff in here. I think we might have actually gone past it. Now, obviously, we filled up the food for the cow food mixer. We filled that up. So that's okay for now, but we still got... What have we got? I think it says in here. Is it there? 150,000 litres. So, and the cows aren't getting through a lot. So, yeah, it will be okay on that. Plus, we've got to remember, we have just sort of stored in here a good 800 and some odd thousand litres of grass, which we can turn into more silage. So, we're not going to be short of it for now. Right, let's get this in here then. Just a little bit shy. I thought it was a 250,000 litre trailer, but it's actually 200,000. So, a little bit short. But we'll get this in, see how much we're going to get off this. It could either be shocking or shocking in a good way. It could be either good or bad. Still don't think we're going to quite make enough to be able to buy this. But it's still going to give us a nice boost of money, which is what we want. We really need a boost of money. We're over the 200,000. 106,000. That's not bad. So we've got another 50-ish thousand left to go. So, yeah, we might go and grab some of that. Yeah, we're not going to quite do this, are we? For another 46,936. It's not going to take us over the 300,000. What if there's anything else we could sell? We're not a million miles away. Well, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to sell some ketchup. Because we've got so much, 145 pallets. So let's spawn 25 of them. Now, it's not the best price for ketchup. But I think this is going to be enough. Just over there, the diner, I think it's the restaurant. So we're going to take a full trailer. So we'll just get this loaded up. We'll take it over. This should give us a nice boost of money, which then should mean we should be able to get the BGA. There we go. 36,000 litres of ketchup. What's the restaurant need that much ketchup for? But anyway, we'll get this across there. I'll see you over there. We'll sell this. That should give us the money then to go buy the BGA. So here we are at the restaurant then, pulling up with so much ketchup. I have no idea what they're going to do with this. So it should be just around about here somewhere where the green beacon is. We'll go straight in. I think it takes a little while to sell. Oh, the money is racing. Well, we're definitely going to be able to do all get the BGA. So much ketchup. 148,000 on ketchup. Here we are then at the BGA. So let's go over to this. Buy it. 300,000. We now own this, which means we'll get some digestate off here if we want to go put on our fields. We'll be able to bring slurry in and plonk it in there. Now, I am intrigued to see. I don't think we are going to get any silage from this. In fact, I kind of know because I've just seen it at the bottom. It says they're all missing materials. Well, I mean, it's not the end of the world. We've got enough grass that we can turn into silage to sort of now pump through here. But I was just intrigued to see whether if we would have got a double hit on that. Yeah, so sadly not. It's not in here, but never mind. It could have been. I know it has happened on some productions before, but I don't know if that's now been changed or updated. But yeah, you used to be able to go and put stuff in, get paid for it, buy the production, and then what you just put in there was in the building. But maybe it doesn't work with BGAs. Maybe it does with like a normal factory like the grain mill. I'm not sure. But one thing I have just seen on here, methane. We've got digestate, which we can put on the field, and methane we can sell. So not only will we get paid for the silage going out, but it'll make methane. Ooh, that'll be a nice amount of money as well. So the only thing really we can put in here at the minute, because we've literally, I think we've rinsed all of our silage, is slurry. Now, that won't be as much, but it's something. So I've just taken some of the grass and I've put it in here because now we've got the BGA, we might as well. So there's 400,000 litres of grass in here that I've just set a worker on now, just running back and forth for me to compact it down with 21% compacted at the minute. So that's not too bad. We'll jump out and let the worker carry on. a little bit mounded up because I've tried to not go quite as far like mounded up at the back here, just in case it gets stuck again. But it is dribbling out the front a little bit, so we'll just have to be a bit careful there. So the work is going to keep going on back and forth for that. Shouldn't take too long. But 40,000 litres, that'd be quite a nice amount to get across to the BGA. That'll go through, obviously the silage will process, we'll get paid per hour for that. And then also we'll get some methane. Now, we just need to see about methane. I think I'm going to have a quick look and see. My tanker, we can connect onto here. And we should be able to pump slurry. Now, is there much in here? Ooh, 36,000 litres. We'll send that across, because that could still at least process. It won't be quite as good as silage, but it's still something. And it's still going to give us a bit of methane. I'm wondering if the same tank will also accept methane. Let's have a quick look. So the good news is, yes, we can put methane in here as well as slurry. Now granted, it will only like pump slurry. We can't connect the hose to do the methane. So we can get the digestate, but it just depends if the BGA has the manure sort of ready system on here. I'm not sure, but we can definitely pump it from here. So we'll put this here. Well, we'll just leave it on for a second. Now we're going to have to put the help menu up here because I'm not exactly 100% sure what we're doing with this. So we should be able to get this off here. Detach hose. That's one way of getting the hose off. So we should be able to then connect this, if it will stop rolling, on here. Attach the hose on there. And then we should be able to get this end here if we can without trying to cause issues. Have we parked it in the right place to connect the hose? Attach hose. Oh, yes. What's the chance of getting that first go? Normally you have to shuffle it over a little bit because it's quite stretched at the minute. So we should now be able to go and open that. Do we need to open it on here as well? Not sure if we do actually. I think it's already... Is it already working on there? I think it's just we have to open the flow on there. So technically now we should be able to jump in. Activate pump of trailer. Oh, we're pumping. Yes, we're pumping the slurry out of here into my big tanker. Now, it's going to take just a little while, so while it's doing that then, I think I'm just going to go and have a quick look at the BGA to see if there's any points to be able to connect this onto. So yeah, unfortunately, I think we can only do it one way, so from the cow pasture into the tanker. We can't really do it here. It doesn't look like this is sort of manure ready here, or manure system ready. You've got these things which technically would work in real life, but they're not ready to take it on here, which is a bit of a shame. It will be quite good, but yeah, one of these is going to be... I think it's probably this one. It's going to be for the slurry coming in. Obviously, the silage and stuff goes in there. And then round this way, I think this one is where we get the digestate out. And then round here, clearly quite says on the tank, methane. This is where we then obviously fill the tank up with methane. So yeah, it's going to be nice to just at least get some slurry in here. Because we've got not much we can do with the slurry. I mean, we can get a tanker and obviously go and spread it on the fields. But making us money, I think, is going to be the best way, since we have got a lot of, actual solid fertilizer. Kind of stick with that, I think, for now. So this is done, so we can now go and close that off there. Hop over the pipe. We'll go and disconnect that. Yeah, let's just don't let it all dribble out. We'll go pick this up on here, and then we'll just put the help menu on, because it does say we've got to go on connect on here. And oh, this is always this one here is a little bit trickier. This is only like a new addition that you can put the hose on here and you store the hose on there. Normally you might see in a lot of trailers that's been like decorative. That is the hose there, doesn't do anything. But these tankers have now, or some of them, this one especially, has had an update where you can now use that. So a lot of these, so you can put fertilizer on that one and get a smaller pipe, or the big one for the slurry. So yeah, you might see these on the tankers, but they don't actually work. But this one's been like recoded to be able to support the manure system, which is pretty good. And obviously the pipe on there. I kind of thought, every time you see the tankers, it'd be like, oh, it'd be nice if we could put the pipe on. Now you can, finally, you can put them on. So that was an interesting half an hour, 45 minutes in real life to try and work that one out. So sadly, we are going to have to say goodbye to this tank, because the only problem we've got is, because of how this pasture is done, this cow pasture is done, the manure storage is, the slurry storage is down there. Now, I can't put this add-on near the slurry pit because it's like, needs to be attached to the cow pasture. So it's had to come up here. But what it's doing is it's storing its own little bit in there, and the rest of it is getting stored down in the slurry pit, which makes sense. It's how this pasture's been designed. But the problem with this, it will only accept pumping it sort of through the hose, because it's a special manure system tanker. So as you saw me do it, I can pump it fine. But then I can't drive this down to that pit over there to be able to go and pull the rest of the slurry out. And obviously that slurry pit isn't configured for manure system. So we've got two things fighting against each other here. So unfortunately, I couldn't get any more manure out, only what I could pump out. So what I've had to do is buy just a normal standard like in-game tanker. It holds 50,000 litres, but this isn't manure system ready. So this has allowed me to transfer it over from that tank. So you can see if we're looking here now, down at the bottom it says 0. There's nothing in this tank. So we managed to transfer it over, and then this will like pump it out of the normal slurry pit. Like you would anyway, you go near it and then it says start filling. So unfortunately we're going to have to do it this way, because otherwise I'm never going to get all the manure, or sorry, all the slurry out of the pit. So yeah, it's a little bit of a shame. If it wasn't for the slurry pit and it was sort of within this barn, then this thing would work and it would take all the slurry. But unfortunately, it seems like they're treating them as two separate things. So sadly, this is going to have to go. Oh, not the cow pasture. We need to. No, that I want that. No, it doesn't want to let me get that now. It's too close to the cow barn. There we go. Sell. So we're going to have to sell that, and I'm going to have to sell this, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame actually, because it's. I was quite looking forward to having like pumping it and doing it all properly, but unfortunately, we're going to have to sell the hose, and then we're going to have to sell this as well. It's a bit of a shame, but at least we're going to get some money back for it. So yeah, you're going to have to go, unfortunately. So at least it covers the cost of this. Now I think, did I buy this? Yeah, I did buy this. This was about 40,000. We just made 64 back on that tank, so yeah, it's a bit of a shame actually. I was looking forward to the pumping it and doing it all properly, but unfortunately, because of the way it's set up, we can't quite do that yet. And we could go down the whole pumps and hoses DLC, which is what I've got, and we could put in our own sort of BGA, which would work for connecting it up. But unfortunately, we would have to then change this cow barn to a different one that took the slurry inside and didn't have its own separate slurry pit further away. Maybe it would work if the slurry pit was a bit closer to the barn, but it's just the extension for the manure system just can't recognize it. It says it's too far away from pasture. You have to connect it to a pasture. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but unfortunately, so we are stuck with the normal like standard like in-game tank. But luckily, this thing does do everything, so we can do water, milk, digestate, slurry, methane as well. It will do the methane. So yeah, maybe a little step backwards, but can't be helped. So let's get this in here then, and I think it is going to be this one here. It's going to come up and give me the trigger. Yeah, there we go. So slurry can go into there. So we can now activate this, let the slurry pump through, give us a bit of money per hour, and methane. And how quick it is. So let's go on, activate slurry. There we go. So slurry is going to start pumping through. So 2020 slurry, we're going to get 303 methane and 606 digestate. So yeah, not the quickest. That's the best one. But unfortunately, we haven't got any silage as of yet. So we have got the grass. It's compacted. The blanket, it's been blanketed over. We're just waiting for that to ferment, which it should do maybe in a couple of months. Then we'll be able to get some of that in here, and then we'll be able to start pumping some money through. So I don't think this will be too bad. I mean, we're only on 1 times at the minute, and look, already 6 digestate and 3 methane. So, and this is slurry. So really, for now then, there isn't really much else we can do over winter. We need to just work out what we're going to put in the ground when we can, which is going to be March time. So we can pretty much sleep. I want to go to sleep to see if the horse worker actually works. So we're going to see that in just a second. But I'm kind of wondering, I'm thinking of selling this down here, because it's 142,000 I'm going to get for that. 4.75 hectares. But as you can see, if you just look up here, we get rid of that. That's part of the land, but we can't use. And then obviously this right down here is part of the land, but again, we can't use it. So even though the plot is 4.75 hectares, the actual land isn't. But this here, most of this is the field, and it's 4.71 hectares, and it's 141,000. So it's almost like a straight swap, but we're actually getting more field that we can actually farm over that one. I'm hoping that kind of makes sense. Because the field's smaller, even though the hectares are similar, we haven't actually got, it's not like the full field size, where that one pretty much is. Now that's got barley in it at the minute. So we'll get some barley. So I'm thinking, let's just go on here. We'll give that one back, because it's right on the edge of the map as well, obviously, because we're missing a lot around here, so it's a bit tight. This is in the middle, it's open, it's in the middle. So we'll get this one, and we could turn this into our grass field. So we'll go in there, we'll go buy that. So we made a little bit of money back on that. Now, was that fertilized? Oh, it is as well. Look at that, fully fertilized. That is beautiful. So we've got these fields ready to go then. So there's nothing in them. Barley in that one. That's still got grass, but I'm not sure whether to plough that up off camera and have that ready. Do we need it as grass? I'm not sure. At the minute, we've got a lot of grass, but also we have got all this down here that we could do contracts on. So, and maybe some of these might go to the BGA. Yeah, that could be worth looking into. But for now, I'm going to just go around. We're going to go and hit the snooze button because it's getting dark already. Everything's looking pretty good. All the production seems to be running okay. We'll go sleep. Plus, who knocked over my plant? Plus, we'll get to see what the BGA does as well overnight. Oh, I can't get my plant. Okay. Let me just give me my plant over here. Thank you. You. Yeah. Thanks very much. Let's just go now. Go sleep. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Yes. See you in the morning. Beautiful day. 18 degrees. 1 minute past 9. There's a load of figures appeared at the top there, but let's have a quick look and see what's going on. So it does look like the work is actually working, even though it says now daily riding is down, but the fitness is 100%. So that means that the worker did do its job, and I did lose some money for that because it come up saying animal upkeep, which is what the mod says it will do. I will obviously get charged from the worker for the worker riding the horses. So I think because we've gone into a new day, that's probably why they're saying like the daily ridden isn't showing now. I'm not sure exactly what time. Maybe I'll have to fast forward through like per hour and just see when that actually happens. But I definitely think it has done. Otherwise, the fitness, that wouldn't have gone up. The fitness would have been down. Everything, health would have been down. But all the health's starting to work their way up. The fitness is working its way up. So it shows that obviously that, you know, things are going good at the minute with the horses. So that's fine if we can leave the worker to crack on with that. But everything else is looking good. The grass is starting to grow again already. Got some wool, some eggs. Yeah, things are looking good. So we just need to see how much methane did we make. Methane's not looking too bad. 5,096. Not too bad. 10,000 on digestate, but then obviously slurry's not the quickest. Nor's manure. It is the silage where we really need. Now, luckily, the clamp over here, if we're going to have a look, put this on and run over, 71%. So, yeah, next month, that should be done. Maybe even later this month, actually. There's a good chance maybe even later this month that might be good to go. As soon as we get that in the BGA, we'll be able to really start making some methane then and obviously get paid per hour. So I think we'll leave this one here for now. And then I think we'll come back in the next episode and we'll see if we can just go through some of the bits over winter. It's going to be a bit repetitive, unfortunately, but yeah, we'll keep you in the loop of what's going on through winter. We'll try and just sort of keep a few things ticking over. And then March time is when we can start putting things back in the ground. So we're going to have a good think and see what are we going to put in the ground. Because I was thinking oats for the flour. Where's the grey mold gone? It's here somewhere. But I don't know if we need it, actually. Yeah, if we look here, I forgot that I put a lot of wheat in. So we still got never design. What's never design? 97,000 litres of wheat in there. And we've got corn in there. Do we need oats? I'm not sure. So we're going to have a good think when we get around to March next year to see what are we going to be putting in the ground. But yeah, it's everything's going well so far. We just really got to focus on trying to make that money back and pay off that ridiculous loan. So if you want to join me for the journey to see how that's going to happen, because I'm still not 100% sure yet, hit subscribe, hit like, leave your comments and suggestions below, good or bad, and join me for the journey to find out, can we succeed? Or are we going to go down as quick as this? Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.